everyone, Tuan here. In today's conference tracker in a nutshell, I want to talk about designing badges in the Badge Designer. In the right hands, the Badge Designer is a powerful tool for your conference, but there are some quirks to it that you might miss if you're not careful. Luckily, I'm here to make things that much easier for you. Or not, depending on how I actually do my job, but to get started, you're going to want to click here to access the Badge Designer. You'll be taken to the Badges page. This page will list all the badges you've created and designed. You can actually have as many badge designs as you want, so feel free to have fun with it. By default, you won't see anything here, so you're going to want to click on Create Badge to start designing a badge. You'll have to enter a name for your badge, but the description is optional. If you click on Save and Design, you'll immediately be taken to the designer, but I'm just going to click on Save for now. Now, you'll see your newly created badge here. You can edit the name and description again by clicking on the name of the badge. However, you'll see 4 other options on the right side. Design takes you to the designer for the specified badge. Print will take you to the print screen. Email will email the specific badge. And delete does exactly what it sounds like. We'll just click on Design to start working on our badge. If you've never accessed the Badge Designer before, then you're going to be taken to the template screen first. We've got a number of preset templates you can use as a base for your badge here, if you want to. To get to the actual designer though, you just pick whatever template you want. I'm just going to choose this one because it's blank. This is the start of the show right here. The Badge Designer itself is relatively easy to use. Once you play with it for a while, you'll get the hang of it in no time. The Badge Designer uses drag and drop features, so you can just drag and resize any of the design elements on the badge, like so. One thing to note is that if you drag something out of the badge, it'll get dragged right back in. If you want to resize something, click on this corner and drag it. If you want to get rid of something, just click on that red circle right there. You also have the option to edit the properties of the design elements you click on using the right-hand side menu. For example, if we click this text box and scroll down, you'll be able to see the properties you can edit right here. You can change the font size, the font type, the alignment, and the text wrapping, as well as bolding, italicizing, or underlining your text. You can also change the font color, as well as the background color of the text box. Segueing off of that, you'll notice these additional options up here. This one adds a text box, this one adds an image box, and this one adds the QR code. The image box looks like this. If we double click it, you'll get the option to pick an image to upload. And now the barcode is what you want to worry about. This barcode adds the QR code to your badge. You can't resize this, so you have to base your design off of this knowing those limitations. That being said, the QR code will be unique for all your attendees, so you don't have to worry about making sure it's different for everyone. As long as your attendee has a card number, it will appear on the badge. Moving on, you can also switch the size of the badge right here. We've got a couple templates you can use, but I always recommend the first one, the 3x4 Averys, because they're very cheap and they're common to find in stores. Finally, clicking off a design element, you'll notice that these properties over here disappear. That's because we don't have a design element selected. You can actually change what design element you're selecting using this drop-down menu, but it's easier to just select one from the badge itself. The Show Border option lets you choose whether or not to have a little gray border between each badge when you print them out. This is good if you plan on cutting them out by hand, but if you get the labels with the perforated edges, I would just keep this set to no. The background color option here lets you change the background color of the badge. I want to show you something though. Notice how the background color is white right now? Watch this. If you change the background color to, let's say, green, it doesn't actually change right here. That's because the template that we use is actually an image on top of the badge. So if we want to get rid of that, we have to click right here on None. There. Now you see that you can actually see the change that we made. If you click on Change instead, you'll be able to choose what image you want the designer to layer on top of the badge. Now we also have the option of designing the back of the badge. You can do that by clicking here. This will take you to the back of your badge. You can do all the same things with it as the front of the badge, so go nuts. One thing to note, the front of the badge and the back are saved individually of each other. When you're done designing the back, click on Save at the bottom to make your changes. Likewise with the front. You can't design both and then save just one time to see those changes. Moving back to the front of the badge, you'll notice these words with the dollar signs next to them. These are called keywords. If you're familiar with merge fields, they act the same way. You can see the full list of keywords you can use down here. These keywords will allow you to put the information you want on your badge and have our system find that information based on the attendee profile and add it to the badge. For example, we have full name and conference listed on the badge right now. That means when we print our badge, the attendee's full name will appear here, and the name of the conference will appear here. Keywords will make your life much easier, so keep an eye out on what keywords you can use on your badge so that you can base your design on that. I wanted to teach you one last thing about the badge designer. Here, you'll notice that I started designing the badge for my personal conference, Tawan's Petting Zoo Extravaganza. To signify that I'm going to have certain animals there, I decided to put pictures of cats and dogs on my badge. However, you'll notice a pair of reptilian feet sticking out from under these cats. That's right, these are the feet of the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex. We're going to have one in my petting zoo. Just one though, and two would be too much upkeep. But did you notice how when I clicked the T-Rex, it popped up on top of the cats and dogs? That's one of the quirks of the designer. The last thing you clicked will always appear on top of everything else. This goes for the text boxes and the QR codes as well. So if you notice that you can't seem to get the layering right on your badge elements, make sure to click the one you want on top last. And to finish off this video, I'd like to leave you guys with a few tips. Tip number 1. Try putting the QR code or the schedule on the back of the badge. This allows you to have more room on the front of the badge for a neat design, and your attendees will have an easy place to see their sessions. Tip number 2. Shrink to fit size is your friend. This is a text wrapping option. More often than not, this option will make your text on your badge much cleaner. It's great for people with really long names. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to email me at conftrack@engineerica.com. If I'm not responding to my millions of adoring fans, I'll probably respond to you pretty quickly. Until then, have a good one.